only made one bad decision at 19!
Two bad decisions!
Hi everyone, welcome back to Two Bad Decisions.
I'm Laur.
And I'm Han.
And today we're going to be doing a little online shopping.
Yeah!
We had some retail therapy the other night. We're like, what's more fun coming down from like a hard semester than just online shopping? And for anyone listening, stop it. Go on YouTube.
Go on YouTube.
There's absolutely no point in you listening to this episode if you're not watching it.
I think this is like the most podcast unfriendly activity we've engaged in yet. Like
I like just like making it more and more podcast unfriendly every time we have a new episode. Like I think just introducing things that are purely audio listeners can't enjoy is my favorite activity. I live to spite them.
No, okay. I've been kind of scared of admitting this. I don't think I've said this to anybody. I haven't said this to you ever. But I think that we have a podcast, but I think I like uploading the videos because it's like my cop out because I don't want to admit that I want to have a YouTube channel.
Me too. I want one so badly. I'm just not interesting enough.
I think that's why. I think that's why.
This is something like very casual we can do that like doesn't really require us to admit that our childhood dreams of being like YouTube stars are dying.
Yeah, awful. Oh, we're pouring out a cold one for our online shopping.
Oh, I heard that to sound like really nice, but I hit the mic.
There was like no noise, but
yeah, okay. Pouring out a cold one for the boys.
Amazing. So,
I'm so sorry.
The other day we wanted to find. Laura and I have been into. I think I talked about this before, but I got us like matching spell books and like spell candles. And so we've been into shit like that lately. And I was like, well, I want crystals. And I got crystals the day that we started online shopping. And I told Laura, and she was like, I want to buy crystals. So then we were looking on Amazon for a while for some.
Shame on us. Honestly.
I know. How dare we give Jeff Bezos our money for crystals? Like
my
awful.
Hard-earned cash.
Yeah, and then we realized that we could shop for crystals on Depop. It didn't occur to us until that moment. But
which is the best place to shop for crystals. I've never shopped anywhere else for crystals.
Not be shopping.
But anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and say Depop's the best.
Depop is the best, just in general. I think. We all make the slow well, actually, no, not everybody, but I think I am making the slow transition over to Depop. But then, like, if everybody transitions to Depop, then it's just Amazon. But like,
we're just gonna gatekeep a little,
just a little bit, just a little
gatekeep as
just as a treat. But like, I think that people should shop on Depop because there's no reason to shop anywhere else. It's all there.
Just everything. And it's really, we kind of wanted to show you guys some like tricks because we're just like so good at thrifting. Like I got into docs like really heavily, and when I get into something I don't know how to do it casually. So that meant I had to spend all my hard-earned money dollars on Doc Martens, and I figured out like the cheapest way to get them like on Depop. Well, that I know of. I guess there are probably cheaper ways. We just wanted to do a little shopping, show you how we find stuff, and I think we've committed to deciding on purchasing an item or actually purchasing an item by the end of the
podcast. We both have to buy at least one thing by the end of this.
Yeah.
Terrified. I'm kind of scared, even though like I do want to buy things. I just like I have money spending guilt. I think it's the most like stereotypically Capricorn thing that I do. I'm like really intense about like keeping track of like the money that I spend. So it hurts a little bit, but excited.
I have the guilt, but I spend all the money. I'm a very bad saver. I just have to put things where I can't see it or I'll want to spend it.
Amazing.
So
Wow.
Literally cannot look at money, or else it's just gone.
It's gone. Okay, well, I would like to kick it off by sharing my screen and showing you this necklace that I just saw right now. Hold up. This is on Depop. Look at this necklace. So it is purple. It has a purple resin moon, and this part of it has crystals. It's what does it say? It's amethyst, clear quartz, fluorite, and sodalite. It's so cute. Look at
It's
it.
so pretty.
She's beautiful.
I love people who take pictures like that, where they put it on like a mirror.
Oh, me too. So cute. Anyways, I'm gonna like it.
Amazing. It's beautiful.
What would you like to share something with the screen?
Sure. I don't have anything like in particular, I guess. But I also got really insecure about people just seeing my home screen, and I don't know why. Like the idea that people know what it's like not unorganized. It's just like I have a lot of screenshots on the side. They're mostly of Hannah on FaceTime. But I'll just show everyone how I look for docs. I don't know. I haven't ever like done it on my Mac, but
yeah. I know. I feel like there's less going on like the Mac.
Wait, I don't know. Can you, or you know how you can do filters like on your phone?
I guess I don't. Do they not have that?
I don't think they do. No. Okay. Well, then I'll just say what I normally do while I share cute pictures of docs.
Okay.
I normally like I started when I like first got on Depop just to get like an idea of what like they cost or typically cost. I would set it like under 100, like under like 60, and sometimes you get lucky and find something. But the best way I've found to look for docs is like put in your size and everything in the filter. And then instead of doing like most relevant, do like newly listed. And because the ones that are selling for like super cheap sell out fast. So, like I've gotten like I think the cheapest I ever got a pair of docs was like 30 something, but that's crazy. Like they weren't like new, like, or not, obviously nothing's really new on here, but like they weren't like the newer styles, but like they were my first pair, and that was really cheap.
Amazing.
So
Docs are expensive, bro.
And then when I'm looking for something that is supposed to be cheap but people upsell on here, I'll set it to something ridiculously low, like my filters are like $5. And if I can find anything like relatively cute for that, I'll click on their like profile, and usually they'll have like other cute like cheap things.
I love keeping the price thing on like $20, like because or like really like $10, because anything over $10 makes me feel like I'm like throwing the money down the drain. But like 15 things for $9, absolutely. One thing that is like $11, absolutely not. You know, that's my that's my logic.
I'm like, excuse me, that's not a deal.
But I wanted to show my likes because that's okay. Lady Bird is my home screen. Well, anyways, so can you see my screen? I've been liking shit that looks like these like brown hiking boots. I think they're so cute, and I like how chunky it is on the bottom.
They're so beautiful.
And I'm copying Laur, of course, as I do. But
we're in a constant cycle of copying each other.
Oh, absolutely. And then these are the crystals. These are some crystals that I bought. I bought this. Is it a ragonite? Yeah.
I love that. Gorgeous. I want to put it in my mouth.
I want to eat it.
It looks like it tastes like how a shrimp sushi roll would.
Ooh, I'm allergic to seafood.
That's right, you are. But like, do you know what I mean from appearance? It looks so crunchy.
It does look crunchy. Oh, look at all it's so cute. But I purchased her the other day, and what does she do? Oh, really beautiful and great for connecting with the earth, and a great grounding stone. Oh, that's why I liked it. Grounding. That's cute. Then I also got a sort of deal from this person where like they were doing like 3 mix and match for $9. So I got these 3, which is I got pink adventurine, and then this is peacock ore, and then this is green sandstone. And I'm really excited. I got a few crystals the other day, like from an actual crystal shop, like in person, and I got clear quartz and rose quartz, tiger's eye, like a little polished tiger's eye, and then amethyst.
Beautiful.
I'm so excited.
I'm gonna share some of my recent purchases.
Oh, yes. I
I don't
love
know
your
if you can
recent
actually
purchases.
see that.
Let's
Can
see.
you? Yeah, receipts.
Amazing.
No one look at the absurd amount of things I bought. Okay, that's something I sold. Oh wait, shipping. Ship. What? It only lets you see sold.
Is it in your likes?
Yeah, probably is. Why did I
Or you're
panic?
saved or something?
Oh, but the candles that I bought,
Oh my god, those candles are so cute.
they delete them after they sell them,
No.
which is so unfortunate. But I bought candles like these,
So
and like I would show everyone if I could, but I want to show everyone because I'm obsessed with this person's account. Like
so cute, dude. Oh wait,
they
they're
make
selling crystals.
they're like crystals in candles, and they look like fire hazards. This
Oh
one's
yeah,
my favorite.
that one's fun.
It's like a little heart. Hannah and I said this part right here looks like broccoli.
Absolutely.
It's so beautiful. And I got, this is one of the ones, oh no, that's not it. Right here. Oh, I'm in front of it. Oh. This is one of the ones I wanted to get, but I limited myself to 3. I got a pink one. Let me find one that looks similar. Okay, well, it looks like someone bought the one that looks similar.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. There was one that was this color right here. This turquoise.
Yeah.
It had like different stuff in it. And then I also got a white one, kind of like this, but like
that one was
had a
so
lot of like
cute.
stones and like gems in it.
Oh my god, amazing. I think I like the one. Do you like the one that's kind of like greenish and pink? It has like I don't know. It would just have like a crystal in it. It's like the one under the one with the trees in it.
This one?
Yeah, I like the one with the eye.
The eyeball.
I feel kind of weird about the eyeball, but I've been kind of into her. She looks cute.
Yeah, I was really into this forest one.
Adorable. But yeah, I don't know.
Like the butterfly skull.
I don't know how you're supposed to burn it. I feel like you have to remove something. You can't just burn that.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, and then I don't know how you burn them. Also, what else is in my likes? I have a lot of shoes in my likes.
I stalk your likes from time to time.
I stalk yours. Me and Han both have Ladybird.
Oh yeah, I want to get a Hereditary poster from that person.
Oh, amazing.
What
else is in my likes? There's a bunch of docs.
Those are cute. The forest green.
I started liking shirts because Han was like, all of your likes are shoes.
That is true. Like earlier on, they're all shoes.
Right. That was my doc obsession period. I actually don't like this anymore, but I liked it at the time. This looks like a child shirt. I don't know why.
I love collared shirts. So cute.
I love them so much. But I don't like these anymore either. I wanted like Dolls Kill stuff without having to buy from Dolls Kill. I really like these.
Oh,
see, these was like my shoe period.
The shoe phase. They're all so cute though.
I'm obsessed. This I really still want.
The butterfly top.
That butterfly top.
Yes, so good.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah, lots of shoes. I really like this patchwork hat, like the bandana one.
Oh, that's nice.
No, maybe it's quilt.
It looks like a quilt. Those are cute.
I bought this.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
It was like $30. They're so expensive normally.
Oh my god, the shoes with the butterfly wing shoes. Those are cute up there.
Oh, I lost track.
Oh, it's like up on the right.
Oh yeah, I'm obsessed with these.
Those are so.
I think those were also Dolls Kill.
Oh, okay. I don't know how I feel about them.
I've heard they're like racist, so
I feel like I've heard bad things, but I don't really know anything about it, so I just like don't.
Right.
But also, it's just not my style. But
these are all shoes.
Amazing. So cute. Your style is so different from mine.
Yeah, we do have very different style.
Like there's just stuff where like I think it's cute, but I just like there's just like I absolutely would not wear it. You know what I mean? Like we just wouldn't wear the things that each other wear.
Right.
I
also got rose it was from this one shop, and if I could remember, because I guess I didn't like it, I'd shout them out. But I got rose quartz, I got clear quartz, I think I got 2 kinds of amethyst. I got I forget what the other thing the pack I got was, and I got a couple like assorted ones. just to
Amazing. So
start my
exciting.
collection.
I can't wait till we both receive them. Okay, I am obsessed with like this whole row of just like brown. I also really want
So pretty.
an Argyle sweater, but I want one with a collar like that, but with that kind of design. I really like this brown sweater. I just really like brown, obviously. But
I
yeah,
love your legs. They're so like together and like beautiful and cohesive. I just like things and it doesn't really have a pattern.
I think I'm just intense about the things that I do. Like I also like these sweatshirts with that little collar at the top, like that little black collar at the very top. I have one like that. And yeah, but that is too expensive. Hello. But
right. Like that kind of upsets me because I know they thrifted it from like Goodwill or something.
And they're like people hella upsell on here. This necklace is
and then
cute.
people buy it, and I'm one of those people sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
If I really like something, I'm like, have to have it.
I love these like button-up shirts. I have a couple. I really liked this necklace. I was just kind of like I wasn't willing to spend $18 on it, so I was just like, no, not today.
It also makes me nervous, like if they got it from like Shein or something, and they're just upselling.
Yeah, more of those like sweatshirts with that little collar.
God, I love those. I have one of those with like the little flowers. It's a pink one.
I like these because I thought you'd like them.
Those are my favorite things. They're beautiful.
There's like some where I was shopping for like sometimes, well, like not even like I have to, but like sometimes I'll shop for other people, and I'm like, well, you don't have to, but I'll just do it anyway. Like I got that for Mariel for Christmas.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then this is when I was liking rings like that until I realized that I could make rings. Also, let me stop sharing. I made Laura and I matching rings as if we're married, okay? And
are we not?
We are married.
Are we not committed?
We are committed. It's a committed relationship, love. But I made this ring. I remade it actually because the first one was kind of messy. So I like cleaned up the lines. And Laura's has an H.
Amazing. I'm literally never taking it off.
Look, married. I hope it fits.
I'm glad you just asked for my hand in marriage because that's
I like didn't even
what you're doing.
I didn't even ask permission to do this. I just like did it, and then I was like, "Here, I made us rings."
I desperately appreciate it. Like, I'm like so happy about it.
I don't know. I was going through something.
Maybe we'll cut this, but I posed this, or no, Han posed this question to me.
Oh my God.
She was like, what would be the difference between like our relationship now as friends and our relationship if we were in a relationship? Like
nothing.
Like, oh my God, nothing. Like emotionally, nothing.
Yes.
And that's a terrifying thought that I've been sitting with for days.
No, literally, I've been thinking about like now every time I talk to friends, I'm like, what would be different? What would be different if we were dating? And
literally nothing.
No, yeah, it's batshit. Like everyone else, I can think of like one thing that would be different, you know, at least one thing where I'm like, okay, well, this would be a little bit different. With Laura, no, I don't think anything. Because like if we're talking about like emotional barriers, there are none. Like
we just refused to set boundaries at some point, and here we are.
I asked Matt the same question because I was telling him about how like I was like, Matt, I don't think you get it. Like I am spiraling. I was like, Lauren, like we were both agreed that there would be nothing that's different in that relationship if we were dating.
Trying to think of something just to like
I know, just to like prove myself wrong or something. And like but and then Matt was like, well, for me with Matt, I think I would just be slightly nicer. But yeah, now I hope everyone carries that into their lives. Now, every time you talk to your friends, just think about what would be different if you were dating them. And I swear it makes you spiral. I don't know why.
It does. Even if like we can acknowledge it, but like it's still making us spiral.
I don't know what it is.
I made 2 Finsta posts about it. Like
the commitment.
Freaking out.
I can't, I'm trying to pinpoint what it is about it that like really like sends me down a spiral. Like I don't know what the like I don't know.
Honestly, me either. But
I guess just because like when it just like oversimplifies dating for me in a way that freaks me out, where it's just like it should just be your friend. And then you're I'm like, and then I'm like, well, I'm practically dating someone.
relationship. I feel like we've like melted into that without like without meaning to, and then we like hit that point where we were like what's the difference, you know?
And like now, like the fact that I literally could not tell you what the difference would be, like that's crazy. Anyways, that's been absolutely haunting.
Just
I'm
gnawing at my brain.
No, I'm glad that it's been bothering you too, because I was like I brought it up to you hoping that I would like get it off my chest, but then it just opened up like a whole new thing in my brain, and I was like, oh my, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna let go of this for like a while.
I'm glad that our like emotional boundaries are so few. But that's like really, really sent me this down into a hole that I haven't been able to claw my way out of yet.
No, literally. Wow. Well, Laura, what is something that you would like to purchase?
Okay, I'm gonna switch over to Amazon.
Me too.
To show everyone the most beautiful thing. Why is it not opening? Oh, I had it open. My bad. Oh, this is something different. But I do want to learn how to read. Like,
me too.
I want to learn how to read.
I want to learn how to read too.
Learn how to read
Life's kind of hard when you can't read, you know, like.
All of the things on my wish list, where'd it go? Oh, it's down there. I recently started it. Because I didn't know how to make a wish list. And I'm very like, I'm a like technological grandma. I'm very like upset about new things on technology. These are all like just books I want. But this is all I care about.
Oh
it's
my God.
$50 and it's so beautiful. For anyone listening, for whatever godforsaken reason. I just burped a little. It's a strawberry tea kettle.
I love it.
And it's amazing. And it comes in like different forms. Like there's an apple. The beehive one's pretty cute. Some of them are just not it.
The cow. The bell.
It kills me because his body's so big and his head's so little.
I love him. Oh, that's
the
fun.
giraffe one I don't like. The owl one I absolutely despise.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not a fan of the pig one.
Wait, the pig one makes no sense. I like that. The rooster, whatever that is, that's cool.
Why is its tail?
Is that a tail or a nose?
Up? Like, why does it also have 2 nose holes? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they really up.
Don't like that.
Rooster is kind of sick.
It's all right. I'll take
it.
Watermelon, all right.
No, you're right. The strawberry.
Not a fan.
Strawberry is the best.
Zebra, I absolutely despise. Why did they make it look like that?
Why is it
be that long? They took the giraffe one. I'm so heated about this. They took the giraffe one and they repainted it. That is not what a zebra's neck looks like. It's just
awful. No, you're right. Strawberry hits. Yo, the little stem at the top.
I know. I'm so in love with it. So I think my goal for today, if you will, would be to find one for cheaper.
Okay.
But why is it like that? Okay. Never mind. I fixed it. It's all I want to look at ever.
Wow.
But if not, I think what I'm going to end up looking for is something to like help us with our spell casting, if you will.
Oh my gosh.
That's been fun. Like
so fun.
Can we talk a little bit about this? Because like I think it's so interesting to
my God. Okay.
Examine our feelings about religion and like but how this like differs for us.
Oh my God. I would love to read you something from this book. Wait, so I went to Barnes and Noble yesterday to get my mom a birthday gift, and oh my God, I'm excited. So I have to do it tonight. Her birthday is tomorrow for me, at this current moment.
Happy
birthday. And basically, yeah, she does not listen. But we both want to. Sorry. No, it's okay. When I was growing up, we would travel a lot. Like we still travel a lot, but like not now, obviously. But one of the places, like for some reason, we have not been to like mainland Asia. Like I don't know why, but like we've been to the Philippines, but I'm like for some reason we have not touched the motherland, and I'm like not sure why. But we both want to go to Japan, so I got her this travel book. Since we're already like doing things that are like inappropriate for just listening purpose, I'm just going to show you the book. So I got a travel book for Japan, and I'm going to annotate it. I think that's a sweet gift. Like when people give you like handwritten notes and things, I just love shit like that. So I'm just going to go through and annotate it and like write about I don't know, whatever, and like point out things that I want to do and things that we would enjoy. So that'll
Mhm.
be her gift. And while I was there, I was in like the tarot card section, and I got this book, which is very adorable. I feel a little bit self-conscious, but it's actually a really cool book. I read through the whole thing yesterday, but it's
Mhm.
spells, rituals and incantations for getting the relationship you want. But let me read this whole part in the beginning. So the introduction was insane. I was like, my mind was being absolutely blown, but it was talking about like having like while you're doing these spells and rituals, like there it was like here's a list of goddesses that you can like use or like
Mhm.
they use the phrase like work with like to guide you through them. And I was kind of like I was already feeling weird about it because I was just like feels because Laura and I have weird relationships with religion. And I feel weird about like praying, and
Mhm.
like I don't know if I want to engage in something that is like praying, and
Right.
and it was explaining. So I was reading through and I was like, goddesses, like I don't know if I want to like add that to my thing. Um, but it said there's like this one thing, and it was just saying like it can help you carry out your intentions, and it's just one more layer of connection besides the moon and astrology that can help you feel in tune with the reality you're trying to manifest. And at the very end of this says another thing of like because it was saying this other part of like, oh, like you have to protect yourself when you're doing spells. You have to make a circle around yourself and like thank the elements and like it felt very I don't know, it was just bordering on
Mhm.
like religion-y for me.
Right.
And this little part made me feel really comfortable. But it said if that seems like too much, just follow the first example and use your finger to like make the circle. And it says magic should make you feel comfortable, otherwise it won't be effective. Create the circle that feels right to you. And I like the idea of like here's all this extra like all these other things that you can do, and it's only to
Mhm.
like guide you along if you're not feeling confident in it. But if you're not comfortable with it, like it doesn't matter, like you don't have to do it, because then if you're not comfortable it won't work anyway because you're supposed to be comfortable and like
Mhm.
feeling like good about things. And I like that I like that because I feel like compared to like because I grew up like Catholic, that feels very different from like it was never like do what feels right for you. It was like, okay,
Agree.
kneel now. It just felt like intense to me. And like this feels a lot of pressure was lifted off of me when I read that. Cause I was because it was just saying a lot of stuff that like was freaking me out. It was like goddesses and like a praying circle and like all this like sacred
Mhm.
whatever. And like, but it was just seeing somebody write like, okay, but it's whatever you feel comfortable with. Felt good.
Right. I think that's why I enjoy it so far. I mean, we haven't really like delved into it, but I I was also, I was raised Roman Catholic. They can. I don't know if you were Roman Catholic, but like I know you were in that realm.
I actually don't
Um
know. I don't know anything about it.
it took me I would ask my mom all the time because I would forget if we were Christian or Catholic. And she would explain like this is the umbrella and this is what it falls under. I still don't get it. Um I'm like, all right, sure. But I was raised Roman Catholic. Um but which I feel like I say way too much. Anyway, I have like a very hard time subscribing to anything that feels like too set because I always felt for the most part, I know they're like progressive Catholic churches, but
Mhm.
I always felt growing up like there were very set rules and like questioning those sometimes you get answers, but you were never like I was never really satisfied with the answers I was given. Um and with this it's more hand described it as like advanced like planning,
Mhm.
which makes me feel good about it. Um because I don't know. I don't think that like I get any joy from sitting around and like praying or like doing anything similar. And at first I thought it was just Catholicism, but it kind of extends to this. And I
Mhm.
don't think I'll ever really be comfortable with that.
Me neither.
However, I like the idea of like setting intentions and like I saw something once where it was like writing something down is like half of doing it because it forces you to like hold yourself accountable. Um, so I feel like that's kind of what this is. Like, no, I'm not saying it's like 100% successful and like this is like magic or whatever. I
Mhm.
know some people believe that, but like that's just not like what I subscribe to.
Yeah.
But like it just feels nice. It feels comforting and like it feels like one of those few things that you can make your own without like
Mhm.
people, I guess without the majority of the group. I'm not saying like there aren't like people who also like engage with this that are judgy, but like
Mhm.
if for the most part like progressive Catholics get a lot of shit. So
Yeah.
and I feel like, you know, if you deviate from the norm here, like maybe it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah. And
So it's comforting, I think.
yeah, I think what I like about it is like the level of there's a certain level of logic that I find comforting, and it makes me feel more comfortable to like let myself believe it and like, trust it, because it talks a lot about like you have to trust it to some extent, which I like, of course, for anything, you can't be like half in, half out, I think. But
Mhm.
um what I like about it is that there's a certain logic to like, of course, if you spend time reflecting on yourself and how you are and your life and what you want in your life and putting in the effort and making yourself a priority, of course, there's going to be some sort of like positive effect from that of like spending it.
Mhm.
It's just like about, I was like in a crystal shop when I was getting my crystals, and the lady was just like, well, it's just about like loving yourself and just like putting like effort into bettering yourself and like spending the time on it. And there's like a certain logic to that for me of like, of course, if you spend time on working on yourself, you will get better. Like that's with anything
Mhm.
in life. If you spend time working on it, you will get better. So like that makes sense for me. Like Catholicism and just like other religions in general just have made me feel like it doesn't make enough sense for me, where it's just like it doesn't make sense to me that there's like a man in the sky. It's like that's just it was
Mhm.
just for me, it didn't make enough sense, and it was like not comforting, which I feel like is like the most important thing. For me, there's like enough logic in it that it's comforting. So I feel more
Mhm.
comfortable with it.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
We're just starting. I don't just,
Mhm.
we don't really know a lot or anything, but like it just like was really cool, and it's just like interesting to read about, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Yeah.
It feels like we like I was talking about this earlier, how like it feels like we've just, you know, when you like think you're like, oh, I know most things, like, or you know of most things, but then you discover something that you didn't and you feel like connected to it, or like at least you want to engage in it.
Mhm.
It felt like that, and that's really exciting because I've felt like that in a really long time.
Me
And
too.
going back to what Han said about like forcing you to reflect, like I talk and think very erratically. Like I think that's very obvious like throughout the podcast. I'm not saying I'm like incapable of self-reflection. However, um I think it forces me to be like a little more careful in how I reflect, because like Han was trying to do like a tarot card reading, and like she was talking about how you have to relate it back to like card A, and then there's like card B and card, and they all mean like different things.
Mhm.
I was like, that takes so much effort, and like to like make these things connect,
Mhm.
and like I I think that's good for me, because like it also like when we're like picking out crystals, it's like, yeah, like maybe it's just some like silly thing, or like it's just for the aesthetic or whatever. But like, which I mean, I like it. It's very pretty. But like,
Yeah.
it also like it makes me think about what I want, because I like I'm like, okay, I can spend this much money on them, and like what are like some of the things that like I feel that I need, and it
Yeah.
forces me to think about that. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, maybe there's other ways to do that, but like it's also nice to see something. I mean, I imagine I haven't seen them yet. They're not in. I believe they just shipped today.
Mm.
But I think knowing what something means and then seeing it in front of you is like a good motivator. So like
Mhm.
I'm not saying like, oh, the crystals like give me the power to do this or whatever, but like I feel that like if I have something in front of me that reminds me of who I want to be or like motivates me, it's that much better because it's like
Yeah.
tangible. You can hold it. And it's really hard to do that. Like, I can't think of many other ways, I guess, that you can hold on to like something you want but you don't have yet.
Yeah, I agree with all of that, and I find that comforting too. I like the physical object thing. But yeah, okay, another thing that I thought was really interesting because like the book that I got was like about like love spells, and I was just kind of like the book was talking. So yeah, so it's about love spells, and it was talking about like, okay, well, you can't be like you can't be like just giving out specific, you can't be too specific about it. It can't be like, okay, I want this person to like me. And then like it's not just gonna happen like that. It's not like that's not what that means. And this little bit says, it says by calling your wants by name rather than by feeling while practicing magic, you lock out the universe's intention for your destiny. And later expands and says like this is why wishing love on someone who isn't right for you is a waste of energy. So just kind of saying, I kind of like, because they speak a lot about just like the universe being some like, which I think that is like the overarching power that I am the most okay with. Just it being the universe rather than like a specific person. That makes me feel weird. And just talking of like it's saying like, yes, you can have specific intentions, but also like if you want Bob to really like you, but Bob is like a piece of shit, then like it's good that that's spelled in work. You know what I mean? So it just like I like the idea of like where you can't. It's not just like making shit happen like against its will or like things that aren't right for you. And it was just talking about how like the things that are going to happen for you are supposed to be like good things because like I don't know, I just like that it's surrounded about like you feeling good and you feeling good about yourself and being surrounded by people who are good to you, so you can't just like manifest some shitty man liking you back.
Yeah, that's how I felt like about like praying with like to a singular god or whatever. Is that like it's kind of hard. The thing with like I don't really know what to call what we're doing now, but like with like I guess like crystals and like spells and whatever, like things that are just like comforting and like they're supposed to be good. And then with like praying and God, it was like this is what's supposed to happen, or like some of these things are like trials of your strength. And I think that was very hard for me to get on board with. But this is a little easier for me. Like, yeah, I still like, some like obviously like I feel weird about like higher powers. However, the universe isn't like a being. And so like I don't feel weird about like the universe creating bad things or like bad karma or whatever you want to call it. Because like not in the same way I feel about like a singular all-powerful God doing something bad, if that makes sense.
And especially
because like it makes sense.
Yeah. And I think what it is like it's different because at least I know I don't know a lot about this, but for me, I'm not like worshiping the universe. It's more so talking about like I don't know, because I think people worship gods in a different way where it's like, oh, like they can do no wrong. You know what I mean? But the universe can do up shit your way. I feel like I feel more comfortable. Like there's like because it felt like God had like there was like no blame from like when I always felt like shitty things happen. And I'm like, why is that happening? Like that is way too up. Like there can't be people dying like that or people living like that. And for me to just go back to church and like worship this God, and like the universe like takes that away where like it's just like a thing. Like it's not, you know what I mean? Like it's not like this like perfect thing.
Right. And like my understanding of whatever you like want to define that as, like the universe, God, whatever. But like my understanding of the universe was like good, bad, or good energy and bad energy, like both have to exist. Like it's an equilibrium kind of thing. But my like quarrel with God, if you will, was that like a supposedly moral being who's all powerful should only create moral things.
Yes.
And so it's like upsetting when like these like awful things happen to like children or like innocent people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, but the universe, that's not like a being. That's just like energy, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's not necessarily, I mean, I guess like people say like karma, but like it's not necessarily good or bad, it just is.
Mm-hmm.
And like
And it's
that's a
not,
little,
yeah.
yeah,
And it's
easier
different.
for me to subscribe to, I think.
It's different from like a God saying, I'm going to punish you because you sinned. So now this shitty thing is happening in the world. Because I think that like that happens where it's like, oh, he's, we're like repenting our sins or whatever. And the universe feels a lot less like someone doing something to me, it's just like bad shit happens and then good shit also happens, but it's not like somebody is up there somewhere deciding all of this when they're supposed to be like so like moral and just, it's different.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm very careful about like how I'm participating in this, because like I'm also not like, I like you can't really call God supernatural, but you know what I mean. I like supernatural shit, like, you know what I mean. But I don't know, this is what everyone says before they die in a horror movie, but I don't know how much I believe in it, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I've done like Ouija board shit, and like we would go in like abandoned houses in high school and stuff like that. But like, I don't know how. I'm not saying it's such a hard conversation.
It is
I'm
hard.
not saying never, but like I just have like weird feelings about anything that exists like outside the realm of like what we know to exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that applies to like most things. So I feel like there's some parts of like I don't know if this is like, I like some people say like Wicca or whatever, but
Hmm.
I don't necessarily know what to call it, because I like, again, that's like a little too religious for me.
Yeah.
Um, so I have a hard time believing in like things like, like how other people who also do this, like even though we're new, um, believe in like deities like coming to like Earth and stuff like that. And it's just not for me. But like
Hmm.
I've had a pretty hard time like ever like really subscribing to like anything of supernatural nature, I guess.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Thoughts?
It's no, I find it difficult. There are definitely parts of reading about this stuff where I have a very natural inclination to just lean away from it because it just makes me feel
Mhm.
weird and I don't know, it's just like not what I want to put my time into. And, hopefully, I don't know if that's like offensive. Like, I wonder if it's offensive to pick and choose, but I think, but from what I'm reading, it's like telling
Yeah, I do.
you to pick and choose. It's supposed to be like creating
Mhm.
or like curating the environment that you can do this comfortably in, which is nice because I think a lot within like Catholicism, at least, it was just a lot of like, well, you can't like
Mhm.
pick this and then also believe this, like with God. You know what I mean? It was like a lot of shit like
Mhm.
that where you had to take the entire ass Bible, like you couldn't
Right.
just be like, oh, I only believe this thing from the Bible. But this feels a lot more like
Right.
if the goddesses and all that rub you the wrong way, it's only supposed to help you, so you don't have to. It's just like if you would like, which
Mhm.
that makes me feel good. So
Right.
I like it.
Yeah, after we were talking about this, it came up on my TikTok because we had this like a similar conversation a
Mhm.
little bit ago. Um, and it was this woman who had been practicing for a really long time. And she was like, she was responding to some guy's question, and he was like being really condescending. Where he's like, "Do you really believe in magic or whatever?" And like, she was like, "I mean, some people do. I personally don't."
I
But
saw
like,
that. I saw that. I saw that
we
TikTok.
saw the same
Amazing.
TikTok, and we have the same For You page.
We really do.
And
Anyways,
sometimes we get things targeted to each other, which is
yeah.
funny.
And then I think TikTok knows that I'm going to send it to you. So it's
Yeah,
like
I think
giving you
TikTok
things
knows
for
I'm gonna
you.
send it to you.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I saw that. She was like, I don't believe it does this or whatever.
Hmm. But like, I mean, obviously no hate to like people who do. But the thing, maybe this is like too early to be like, I find this annoying. Um, but I've had a problem with everyone been complaining for 19 years straight. So yeah, I just I'm gonna complain about it. I've seen like a lot of like stuff that she was referring to, because she was talking in the video about like people who believe that like these deities have come to Earth and had sex with them. And I was like, man, all of you?
God damn.
I've seen those videos before, which is what originally turned me off to it, because it felt a little too religious for me.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I'm not, again, I never want to say never to things because I don't.
Stop.
But like, it's like, first of all, you're 14. I don't know.
I don't know. Did he come down?
Like, age of consent laws also apply to deities. But like, I was like, I don't know, man. It sounds like you had a sex dream. Like, anyway,
dude,
that's like my annoyance. Is I was like, I'm not saying never, but I don't think it was all of you.
Yeah, it borders on like very woo woo for me, and I'm just like, woo. But yeah, that's so funny. I think no, I lost my thought. Never mind, it left.
I'm like way too early in to be complaining about this, but like that's my general thought is like I find the idea of gods on earth, God like singular, plural, whatever, but like I find that just absolutely awful. Like the idea that there's like God as a person, like, and I'm conversing with them is so deeply upsetting because I say the most out of pocket shit all the time, and I would be so upset by that. So I think it's more for like just my mental health, like my stability.
Wonderful.
That I don't believe in gods on earth.
Okay,
just for my stability out here.
Fair, totally fair. Okay,
like,
something that I was like telling my mom yesterday, and have been like lightly reflecting on is I think there's like a lot of, especially with like astrology and shit, there's a lot, I carry a lot of like internalized misogyny towards it, and this like the witchcraft stuff and crystals I carry, and because it's like you literally ask men what their sign is and they're like, you believe in that shit? And I'm just like, can you calm down? Like I don't know what, do you know what I mean? They get so mad.
Yeah.
Have you like men?
No, I've never had anyone get like, oh no, just kidding. I have. I was like, yeah, I don't think I've had men get particularly angry at me for it, but like I understand what you mean. But just kidding.
They do.
Fun story. I had a crush on this guy and we did community service together. Well, it's sort of a crush. And I was just like offhandedly asked him what his sign was because I just wanted to like just chat. Like I saw an astrology post. He was like, do you think that means something? Because I think like I said like, oh, we have like medium compatibility, which is the most average answer you can give to a person. He lost his shit. And I was like, I'm never asking men about astrology after this. But I have like, a little bit of.
Like they do that, and then also like if you start talking about it, they're like, I don't believe stuff like that. Like I think it's just kind of BS. Like I don't think it's real. And I'm like, can you like,
nothing's real.
Like you, honest. But like, anyways, but with that, so like when I've been talking about like astrology and this like the stuff that we do with our spells, I talk about it like so condescendingly. I'm just like, yeah, our spells. Like I've been talking like that about or being like, you know, or whatever.
Not to do that in this podcast.
Me too. I've been trying to make the active effort to not talk about it like that. I'm like, well, like, why am I talking down about like an interest I have? Like, it's not embarrassing. It's
like,
a real.
I'm genuinely interested in it.
And it's like a real developed.
I don't interpret it the same way other people do. But like,
yeah,
I'm interested in it. But I feel like I have to keep being like the spells because but like that's what I mean. Why can't I just say that?
Right? And it's so frustrating that like it's such a like a man thing to just shit on things that girls like for some reason. Like I don't know what their problem is. Like I feel like it's always shit like that. And like same way I feel about Taylor Swift. But yeah, so like I've been trying not to speak about it like that. Or I say like, oh, you know, like our spells or whatever. And like why? And it's like absurd because this is like a fully developed thing. Like we were just talking about how like it's an entire world of shit that we don't know yet.
Mhm.
And like this is like a fully developed like concept and thing that people practice for years for like their lives, it's like a real thing.
Mhm.
So like why am I talking about it like it's fake, like it's real, like people
Right.
do it. I don't know why I'm talking about it like that. I need to stop.
And the thing is, like, if we were to like be like, oh, your prayers about Christianity,
Praying to God.
right? Like you're praying to a god. That's so cute. Like I bet you believe in that.
You
But
believe in that
like
shit?
I also bring like a tremendous amount of religious guilt into this. So like I feel and like a lot of like internalized misogyny, obviously, but like which I'm trying not to do as much. But
Yeah, me
like,
too.
she's in there. She's in there deep.
She's in there.
Um,
She dug in. Yeah.
but that's why like okay. I maybe this is wrong to admit, but like, do you feel a sense of superiority sometimes over people who are like, I believe in magic? Okay, she's nodding. Just just so I'm not the one saying it.
Well, okay, wait. Say more. Expand.
Okay, I know it's like me thinking I'm better than other people, and it's directly rooted in misogyny. I know this. So I like feel like if I speak about it, like, is that problematic? Like,
No.
and like, even the way I said it before, well, that was more like religious guilt, where I was like, I don't think that I can believe in like gods on earth or
Mm-hmm.
gods in well, but like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying no, but like,
Me neither. Yeah.
I
Like,
yeah, I bring up like a little bit of both and just stew them together. And
because I'm not like fully deeply opposed to like the at working, I guess, with like working with goddesses, like when you're doing, I'm
Mhm.
not like, I don't think it's like awful. I just like, I feel it doesn't comfort me in any way, shape, or form. So I just
Mhm.
don't see myself doing it. But yeah.
Right. Like I have to reframe a lot of things, like the spells as I said it without like sorry, I just got really proud of myself because I said it without like going
Be like,
spells.
Valve.
I have to I reframe a lot of things in my mind. So like that to me is like an affirmation. Like
Mhm.
that's more like tangible to me almost.
Yeah.
And then like I guess I'm also not opposed to like working with goddesses or whatever. I did it.
Yeah. I know it's
I said
hard.
or
It's
whatever.
difficult.
It's so hard because men make you feel stupid for anyway.
Yeah. Because men make you think that
Um,
like this woo-woo shit is not
right.
like a like of course goddesses. People
Goddesses.
believe
I'm
in
gonna
that. People
goddesses.
yes,
Period. But
goddesses,
I think
period. Yeah.
right. I think I could view them as because again, I'm like I don't know how I feel. I mean, I guess like it would make more sense for there to be good and bad gods, and like, you know
Hmm.
what I mean.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
That makes a lot. However, I don't know that I believe in an afterlife or a god or whatever.
Yeah. Like it
And I say I don't know because I really don't know.
yeah, like
But like
it makes a lot more logical
it
sense, but
makes
that doesn't
yeah
make me believe
for
it.
the state of our world it makes more sense. However, I don't know that that's for me.
Hmm.
I do think I could see them as like real people, like people I should look up to. I think I could frame it that way in my mind.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I feel like I'm cheating myself out of this by like not letting myself try
I
these things
know.
because of how much like just I mean it's like I can't say it's not internalized misogyny because it is.
It
Like I'm
is.
like poking fun a little bit at like
Yes.
things that are like beneath me. Like come on girl. But
Yeah, I know.
it's hard not to.
It
And
is
then you
difficult.
don't realize because you think you're just making fun of something and like you're like okay but why am I making fun of it?
Like what is so funny here?
Mhm.
And honestly, because I was reading it and I'm still not really into it, but I
Mhm.
see I see what is empowering about it. I was like, they had like a bunch of descriptions of different goddesses, and there's just like, it's basically just like a bunch of like badass women. Like I don't know what,
Mhm.
like why am I so opposed to that? You know what I mean? Like why was I being like goddesses? Like what?
Misogyny.
Yeah, right. And it's like great. And I was reading it, and I was like, this isn't bad. Like, if you believe in this, it's not like it's not embarrassing. It's not bad. And I need to stop talking about it like that.
Right.
Please.
I still stand by, the only thing I'll stand by is I don't think deities are coming to Earth to have sex with minors.
Tap
Can
that.
I
Yeah.
say, because like, you know, when like minors do like the like, well, we've all been there. Like you do something cringe, and I hate that word, but you do something, for the lack of a better word, cringe, and like you don't fully believe in it, but it makes you sound cooler.
Yes.
I've done that.
Me too.
I still do that.
I still do. I still do that shit. Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're
That's
like,
the one thing I'll stand by is like,
we had sex.
I think you're right. I just think you're looking for. I get it. Dad's not been giving you attention lately. I understand. Trust me, I've been there.
That's so funny.
But like, maybe 13-year-olds and like sex should be off the table.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, I'm still thinking about like if we flipped it on like Catholicism and Christianity, and we were just like, you believe in God? Like,
are you gonna pray? Do those little psalms help you?
Like, oh, you're preaching, huh? You're preaching or whatever. Like,
preaching to who? Oh, all your little friends.
Oh, you're just gonna, on Sunday? Yeah, because Sunday's really important. Like, imagine.
Sunday's just like such a good day, you know?
Like, imagine. But like, that's the attitude towards like witchcraft things.
I still have that.
I just said it right now. I said witchcraft things. Is it witchcraft? I don't know why I'm saying
it. I can't get rid of it. It's like very hard. And I think with most things, like I've been able to do that. Like did you have that originally before you started like doing your hair, where you're like, oh, like I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna dye my hair pink, and I like really wanted to, but I couldn't just say it. Like, and now I've chopped a majority of it off.
It looks so good. Amazing.
It's very like weird because it's like above my shoulder, and I'm not
I
used to
know.
that.
Wow. It just
like this shit was down to my weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where you're doing things that just like slightly challenge the patriarchy. It's not anything like major, but like you like kind of make fun of it. I'm like, why do I have to dig it myself? And then when I'm not digging it myself, I'm digging at the other women who are doing it.
Yes. That is so, it's like, it's just
such an awful cycle.
Right? It's such a trap. Like the way that we just, then that's why I really like this, because it's coming in at the right time, because I'm realizing that like I need to stop being like mean to myself. Like, calm down. Like a few little jokes, but I fully believe that anything you joke about becomes true. So like I've been joking about this shit for too long, and now I just hate myself, you know? And this whole like the whole like self-love aspect of doing these spells and learning about witchcraft, that took a lot out of me to like not be like, oh, witchcraft. but like
I feel like this is so offensive, but I promise we're just like trying to challenge a lot of internalized misogyny.
I don't think you get it.
We're working really, through it together.
Yeah, it's hard, and it's like sad how like worked into us it is. But like that aspect of like the just like learning, because like part of like this book being about love spells, there's like a whole part of just like reflecting on yourself and loving yourself. And I was like, that's the kind of energy I need personally. So
I said that really weird. I meant it in like a comforting way. I was like, you deserve that. But I was like, yeah, you do.
Yeah,
yeah, I feel like this is something like I can do. I don't think I'll ever be like a very like full practice thing like person in anything though, like with any kind of religious connotation. But like it's the closest thing to like comfort from a higher power I think I can feel. So, and that's like, I don't know, but being in this little atheist world out here, it's kind of scary. Sometimes I'm like, when I die, it's just black.
I think that's
alone with my thoughts for eternity, and that's terrifying. So I like to engage in the little spirituality I can.
I think you just die. I don't think anything happens.
Can I tell you why I think that? You're gonna hate it.
Would love to know.
I saw this TikTok about a girl who died, and it wasn't like she like she had like coded, I guess, for I don't know how many minutes. Or I actually don't know. Maybe she's in a coma. I don't know. It's some weird shit where she was like technically dead. And And some people say they like see light or whatever, but she was like, no, you're just like alone with your thoughts. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be alone with myself for eternity.
Oh my God. And imagine dying while you hate yourself. Like,
That's terrifying. I'm gonna have to listen to I can't think of enough things for eternity. Can you think of enough things for eternity?
oh my God. And like,
I can't.
you can't, no, I can't. Oh my God. That's so upsetting.
It's deeply upsetting. And I was like, can I opt out of this one?
Oh no, I hope not.
I hope it's just over.
I believe that you
Honestly,
I think it just ends. Like, wherever you die, it's over.
mhm.
No more.
And as much as I think this is like weird for me to admit, but as much as I'd like for there to be an afterlife, like at least one that I deem fair,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there is one.
I don't
And
think there is one.
that's like and I can't say for certain. I haven't died. Um, but like I I find the idea of it comforting, like that no one's really gone.
Mhm.
But like it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
You know when you really want something to be true, but you know it's not. Or
Yeah.
you feel like it's not. That's how I feel about it. Because
I
like I
don't know.
think people when I say I'm an atheist think I'm just like very like vehemently opposed to anything happy after death.
Yeah.
But like I would love for that to be true. I don't feel like it is.
I personally am not that bothered by it. I do think it's a construct that we've created to deal because you know how they say like death is hardest for the living, you know? It's just like when you lose,
Yeah.
I'm sure when you lose someone, you just want to believe that they're somewhere safe and they're happy, which is
Mhm.
perfectly valid and fine. And I see why it's
Mhm.
comforting. I personally don't find it comforting to think of that there's an afterlife because I just keep wondering what the hell am I gonna do? And then
Yeah,
also
that's true.
because I'm just like, because people like to imagine like heaven, and they're just like,
Mhm.
you just vibe with like, they're like, see you in heaven, and I'm just like, but what do you do? That's like
Do we
my,
just party for eternity?
but like, I'm like, but won't I get bored? Like, or am I never gonna, like, do you just like stay where you are? And am I only gonna have, like, I don't want to die and continue existing with only the
Mhm.
life, like, with up to where I have experienced things in life.
Oh, okay.
You're just like not
Yeah,
gonna
I get
grow.
that.
Like, I just feel like, because if people appear like at least in TV and movies, right? People appear in like the form that they died in, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like, am I just like never gonna progress? Because you're dead,
Right.
like what else are you gonna do? Like, I don't know. So I just find it strange.
Yeah, I like the idea of not like aging, I guess like physically.
But then
Um
aren't you but like do you what is the commonly accepted form of this? Is like do you die or do you show up there the way that you died? Like what if you're old as
yeah, I don't know. I I think there's always the conception that you choose how you look or like what age you present.
yeah.
That's or some people like, you look how you die.
Uh-huh.
I like the idea of an afterlife where there's more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can like I want to go on a quest.
Oh
Like
fuck yeah. Oh my
I did
God.
not get to go. I imagine if I don't go on a quest while I'm living, I'm gonna shit myself. I'll, so- I'll
That
be
sounded like
so pissed.
it sounded like a threat. Like
Is if I don't get to go on a quest, I would like to trade like 3 honeysuckle hams for like I don't know a sword or something. If I don't get to do that in my lifetime, I'll be pissed. However, I like an afterlife where like there's more, or like you can like talk to people. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like people that you've always wanted to know about and be like, "Yo,
Oh
so
yeah.
oh, what? Okay, what would be your question? If there's an afterlife and like you get like one question to ask, what would be your
Oh.
question?
Am I talking to God?
I guess so. Yeah, just like any like they just have all the answers.
Mhm. Like why can't we just be happy? Like
Oh,
why like,
I was gonna ask.
what's your
I
question?
was gonna ask like some true crime questions.
Who did it? No, you know what I want to
Just
know?
like I know OJ Simpson did it, but
I want
I
the
just
confirmation.
want the confirmation.
I want to know what did Jake Gyllenhaal do to Taylor Swift to make her write all too well? Like what happened?
He ruined this girl.
Like what happened?
What could he have done? Because that every time I listen to that, I have never been in a long-term relationship, but let me tell you, it felt like someone just left me, broke my heart, took my dog, took the keys to our apartment.
Yeah.
Like, just destroyed me.
Yeah. That's what I want to know. But also, why can't we just be happy? I hate this whole like, well, you can't be happy if you haven't been sad, bitch. Why can't like?
That's not true at all.
That's the thing of like haven't you heard of like ignorance is bliss? Like people who are stupid are just happy. Like
conservatives are like living the life.
Yes, and like I feel like that's such a
Sorry, I made that political.
No, I was about to make it political. That's a conservative thing of like free health.
They're happier. Yeah, obviously.
No, yeah. When like Republicans love to do like they just like free healthcare. That's crazy. And it's like be happy. What do you mean? And like that's not insane. Why can't we just be happy? Why does it have to be so many shitty things in the world?
I don't understand where the collective idea that life must be shitty came from. But
I don't get it.
I gonna live in spite of it. No, life should not be shitty. Life should be fun and a party and a good time, and then it should be over.
Or
and
like
that's it. Then you go on a quest.
Like the depth of sadness should not be where it is right now. You know what I mean? Like it should never be like this intense. Like it's like way too sad.
Right. And like there's like this idea that like it's like, oh, it's Satan's work. I'm like, has God been on vacation?
Where is he at? Where is he?
Like, here's the thing. Satan's supposed to be a secondary creature. So you're either admitting that Satan is more powerful than God or as powerful as God, or God's just been slacking. And both of those things are equally upsetting, I imagine, to someone who's religious. I just like sometimes my mom's religious, and I wrote this article for Unpublished about
God, I'm so excited.
It finally came out. I'm very excited. Whoever did the graphic work was amazing.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go read it
so much. But I made a few changes. I let Han like proof me because I need to update Han on literally everything I do. But I was talking about whether or not I believe in like I just burped a moral God. And like it was based on the Stephen Fry video I watched, which if you just type in like Stephen Fry God, it was like I've always had trouble like being like I just don't believe in God because like it feels very dismissive and I never want to like well now I can say it, but I had a hard time saying it. And I didn't want to be like, you know, when someone like talks about their deep like intense feelings for religion, then you're like, yeah, like I don't believe in God. Like it feels so awful to say. Yeah. And I'm like, you just like poured your soul out to me and I am telling you I can't relate. And I just like he said it so well. He's like, they were like, well, what if like you die and you're at the interviewer was at these like pearly gates, like, you know, what would you do? And he was like, I'd ask like, I'm paraphrasing, obviously. He's like, bone cancer in children? Like, really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's like, and then gets sent straight to hell. But like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, I understand most things can be justified, I think, because religion is an untouchable concept. Like, it's intangible. I can't say for sure that you're wrong, just like you can't say for sure that you're right, because we can't prove or disprove it. But the idea, like, they can, like, you know, I don't know what the word is. They can just, like, kind of dismiss, like, bad thing, like injustice as the work of Satan, or, like, something like that, which, fair enough. It does annoy me, but fair enough. But like the whole like punishing innocent children so that their parents, because they frame it as like a trial of their parents' strength and a trial of their parents' devotion. And
what the hell is that?
Yeah, that's at least what I've learned. Because how else can you justify that? You know what I mean?
You can't.
Like through the lens of religion, there's no other way to be like, this is why children have cancer. If we're only using the argument of God.
Yeah.
Like
awful. Yeah.
and I guess like you could call that Satan's work too, but like I don't know, man. I don't know any moral being who would like purposefully hurt children to test their parents' strength. And so I'm not saying there isn't a God, but like if there is one, fuck him, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's like deeply upsetting. Or like the idea like if you don't worship me, you burn in hell.
Mm-hmm.
What an asshole.
I know.
Who says that?
I wish I think what I want from people who are religious is just to admit that doesn't make sense, or to like adjust. Like I think why I have such a feeling towards that kind of thing is just because the whole blindly following and accepting all of something when it doesn't make sense, the whole like why can't you say like, okay, I believe in this, but I agree, like this doesn't make sense and this is unfair and this justification doesn't make sense. Like
Right.
they just like won't say it. They just like want to take the entire Bible and just like run with it. And that's what I find frustrating. And also it's crazy though that we fight so like for something that like we could never confirm or deny, we fight a lot about it, you know? It's really stupid, really, because like there's no answer. Why can't we just vibe?
Oh.
Love that. Sick. Okay. So to wrap up, we have our resource list in the description. You can follow us on Instagram at 2BadDecisionsPod or at Shop 2 Bad Decisions. And yeah, thanks for listening. We kind of went off on a big tangent, but an important tangent. So
and we purchased nothing.
Purchased absolutely nothing but knowledge, baby. Like
get some knowledge in here, and maybe that's better for our bank accounts.
Yeah, perhaps.
I just like threw up in my mouth.
It was God. He was like,
this guy made me shut the up.
Anyways, thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.